The Folding One by Denago is a versatile e-bike that brings together the benefits of a folding bike with the performance features of a traditional electric bicycle. Boasting a Shengyi rear hub motor, a high-capacity battery, and a host of rider-friendly features, let's take a closer look at what this e-bike has to offer. Oh, and it's only $1,500 to boot. The Folding One is powered by a 48-volt, 500-watt Shengyi rear hub motor, providing plenty of torque for tackling hills and getting up to speed quickly. With a top speed of 25 miles per hour on pedal assist and 20 miles per hour on the throttle, this Class 3 e-bike is capable of a swift commute, all while allowing you the convenience of being compact and portable. In our testing, the Folding One really surprised me on the way it was able to tackle hills. There's something magical about gliding up hills with the throttle, and this little folder has got that magic. With a substantial 672 watt-hour battery equipped with LG cells, the Folding One ensures that you can cover significant distance on a single charge. This high-capacity battery is ideal for long commutes or leisurely rides around town, and you should be getting somewhere around 25 to 30 miles depending on how you're riding this thing. The bike's high-resolution Denago LCD display provides critical data like speed, trip distance, odometer, trip time, and battery charge level. The simple-to-use control pad on the left-hand side can be used to turn on the lights, which are integrated, thank goodness, and either walk mode or change what your display is showing you. The left side underbar thumb throttle worked well here in this configuration. Constructed with 6061 T6 aluminum alloy, the Folding One step-through style frame caters to a broad range of riders, providing ease of mounting and dismounting. And when I say a broad range of riders, I mean it. The double telescoping seat post means you could easily get a giant on this thing. Yet, in its lowest position, it is extremely approachable for us non-giants as well. They also give us enough telescoping length on the handlebars, plus the right amount of cabling for the bike to function well, no matter how you have this thing set up. And this is an area where a lot of the competition here just messes that up. The folding feature is an added advantage, making this bike a compact package that's easy to carry and store. Safety on the Folding One is handled by jack mechanical disc brakes that feature motor cutoff inhibitors. Now this setup ensures responsive and reliable stopping power, giving riders confidence in all types of conditions. While we would love to see hydraulic brakes on e-bikes these days, the brakes function well and seem to be able to adequately handle the speed and weight of the bike. The 20-inch by 3-inch anti-puncture tires with safety reflective stripes add to the bike's durability and safety profile. As some of you may know, 3 inches is my favorite diameter, and seeing the reflective stripes here was just icing on the cake. With a range of rider-friendly features like a comfortable Denago saddle, adjustable and folding stem, and the included rear rack for carrying cargo, the Folding One caters to the practical needs of everyday riders. Furthermore, its dimensions when folded are impressively compact, making it easy to take this e-bike with you wherever you go. The Folding One by Denago strikes an excellent balance between portability and performance. With a top speed of 20 miles per hour on pedal assist, a high-capacity battery, and a comprehensive feature set, this folding e-bike is a pretty compelling option for urban commuters or those who need a versatile and compact transport solution, all while not spending more than $1,500. What are your thoughts on this one? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're thinking up something cool to write in those comments, because you totally are going to do that, aren't you? Let's head out for the ride test. All right, guys, we are out here for the ride test on the Folding One from Denago. About 90% battery left. Let's go ahead and ride around. I've also got my phone here. Go ahead and pop this ring off. Put this bad boy on here, so we can get an extra speedometer reading. And let's go ahead. I've got it in pedal assist level 5. Just go ahead and pull the throttle on this side, but it doesn't go. And that's because there is a little bit of a safety mechanism here. So you have to start going a little bit, and then the throttle will go, which is nice. If you're somebody who's ever experienced popping the throttle in an accident, running into a fancy Mercedes, the owner's kind of upset. That, it didn't happen to me. Right, it's got to be clear. I was cleared, of any wrongdoing, but again, it wasn't me. Legally required to say that. So it's cool that we do have that safety feature there. Now this is a Class 2 e-bike, meaning that it goes to 20 miles per hour. It's got both pedal assist and throttle, and even when we're pedaling, it's still going to take us to that 20 miles per hour. Now, as far as the gearing goes, the gearing's pretty great. It's got 7 speeds with the micro shift over here behind the phone there, and I've got it in 7. This is an excellent cadence, very easy to roll around on. Now, I've got the bars kind of as low as they go. I've also got the seat as low as it goes. So I'll pop on the other side of the road here and see if we can do some adjustments to get a better pedal geometry. Because one of the cool things about this bike is the fact that it's gonna fit a crazy amount of people. And normally, you know, there's a lot of bike companies that say, oh, it fits up to 6'6" or something wild, and you're like, I don't know about that. With this one, I feel like they're actually underselling it. I'll show you why here in just a second. I'm gonna pop on down here. And a little break in there. Now, like I said, one of the coolest things about this bike is the fact that it is very adjustable. So we got plenty of cabling up here, which is another thing you run into on these folding bikes, and like, oh, it's adjustable, and you can really only put it, you know, an inch or two. I mean, I can go way up here, which is, I mean, that's another 7 inches or so, and I still can turn. Cables aren't being interfered at all, so that's awesome to see. And as you can tell, let's scoot back a little bit. That's pretty tall. I mean, that's I don't know. What am I? I'm 5'10", 5'11". So that's like 4.5 plus feet right there. Now, one of the cool things, like I was saying, is you can, you know, open this up. We can do some adjustments. Like, okay, we'll kind of adjust it up to about there. But wait a second, what is this? Is that a secondary? Oh, wow, look at that. And so we've got the inserts back here. Let's go ahead and put it at the maximum. So right about there, I guess the minimum insertion. Line it up a little bit. And now this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying, where you could be literally a giant and ride this bike and you still have the same pedal geometry, more or less, that I had when I had it all the way, you know, lower. Or I guess whenever I, you know, find a good spot for me. So that's pretty wild. And I mean, I don't even think I can, I'll try it, you know, because this is a review video, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna turn that pedal assist level down just a little bit. So I'm pretty sure I can't reach it. So let's see how this goes. Oh God, oh God. All right, so I barely fit on it. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna need to tighten down one of those C-clamps a bit more. Yeah, it looks like the top one just needs to be tightened a little bit because I'm trying to work on my clowning, you know? Let's see, so that's as tall as it goes. Scooch it down just a bit. Yeah, that's much tighter than it was before. And that one's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, let me look at that. That's crazy. But I'm gonna try it out. All right, so now we're going. I got the throttle going. I'm up on the seat and I cannot. Okay, so if I keep the pedals flat and my legs fully extended, I can do this. This is kind of wild. I feel like I'm riding in a car, just from the, you know, sheer height. I feel like I'm in a truck. I'm gonna have to get another shot of me on this because this looks pretty ridiculous. So is this bike gonna fit somebody that's 6'6"? Yeah, I think so. And again, it's still maneuverable. That is a different feel as far as that goes. But yeah, let me get a clip of that just so you can see how ridiculous this is, and I'll overlay that right here. But for now, let's keep the ride test going, but not like this. We're gonna have to adjust that a little bit. So go ahead and figure out how I'm gonna get off this. Oh, it is a step through, so I can just step down. That's crazy. So for me, that's one of the cooler aspects about this bike is you got the double telescoping seat post here, which really opens this up to a lot of folks, a lot of you tall folks. Let's go ahead and put this one down all the way. I guess it can loosen just a smidge. Let's see where that's sitting for me. That's probably about right. I'll bring this down so you can see him in the review. Yeah, actually maybe tighten this up a smidge too. Just a smidge, yeah. All right, let's try that. That'll probably be a good pedal geometry for me. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice, actually. Maybe still just a smidge too tall. I'm probably gonna bring that bottom one down just a bit for sort of the optimal riding geometry, but for now, that's not bad. I'll throw it up in a 5. And what I like about this bike is it seems like it's tuned really well. I know we've talked about some of the Denago bikes are tuned for people who maybe haven't ridden in a while, so they're not quite as torquey, they're not quite as, you know, jumpy as some of the other e-bikes that are going for just maximum torque, maximum power. But this one feels like it's a really solid in between. Seems like it's a little bit peppier than, say, like the Cruiser that we tested out, but still very comfortable. It's got a nice power curve going up into there. And we're just cruising. Now, as far as the ride feel goes, we don't have any traditional suspension, right? We do have smaller tires, even though they are, you know, wider than, you know, a regular tire. They're a little bit smaller, so it is going to create, you know, a different type of attack angle for us. But all in all, it's fairly smooth. Morning. You know, we're hitting some bumps, stuff like this, where it's just kind of, you know, bumpy, and it's not too bad. Pretty responsive when we stop pedaling. Pretty responsive when we start pedaling. You know, going up the hill like a champ. And this is a bike where you could honestly just do some nice cruising. Good, like I said, good cadence as far as pedal assist goes, or the shifter rather, going top speed. And let's go ahead and take us down to pedal assist level 0. Let's ride it like a bike for a minute, right when we get to the hill. That was silly. Go ahead and shift it down a little bit. Let's test out the brakes going down this embankment here. We can still lock out the tires. Nice, easy descent. Too easy. Well, let's go ahead and put it into a higher gear, a lower gear, if you will. And let's see how she handles the hills. Good turning radius on it as well. It's kind of like this spot, you know, when I'm turning it around, it's kind of always a good test for the turning radius. Oh, just cruising up the hill. Might have to try throttle only on this one, because that was, yeah, that was pretty easy. Okay, we'll go ahead and test out the turning radius. Now, we're not going to take it off road. Usually when we get over here, we can jump on the trail, but as you can see, it is kind of wet here. So let's go ahead and do throttle only, just up the hill. Cruising, that's awesome. You know, we get some of these smaller motors. Not that it's, you know, small, it's just, it's, you know, we're used to cruising around the 750s. It is always a question of, you know, is the throttle gonna be able to handle it? And it can. Morning. And now we're just cruising.